Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I'm hoping that you're doing well. So, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. It's Brian here, and thank you so much for those who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you for your continuous support. Thank you for your love. I feel it all. And for those who haven't subscribed to our new channel, kindly remember to do so. We are growing this channel, and I believe we're going to become even bigger and better than the previous ones. So thank you so much for all the support, and let's keep up the same spirit. Let's continue supporting the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, on today's story, with everything that is happening in the royal family right now, remember Prince Andrew has been accused of not even accused. After the Epstein files came out, it has been revealed that Prince Andrew was actually involved in some very, very ugly things. There are some of the most ugly revelations about Prince Andrew in those Epstein files that has left people wondering why this man is still wandering around in the palaces instead of him being locked, because he belongs in a jail. He belongs in a cell. People like this should not be roaming around. Now, following all of this, people on social media are now starting to remember what Prince Harry said and being like, oh wait, Prince Harry was actually right. Prince Harry was telling the truth. And these comments are now going viral. Well, thankfully for us, we already knew that Prince Harry was telling the truth from a very long time. And guess what? Even the UK media are now joining in to saying, look, Prince Harry actually mentioned this and he was right about it all. So there's this one comment that has actually gone viral on X, and it's from someone called Ellie Hall, who's apparently a senior reporter plus an investigator for hire and previously worked at BuzzFeed News. So she posted this saying, from Prince Harry's autobiography Spare, and she quoted Harry's Spare where he said, "My uncle Andrew was embroiled in a shameful scandal, accused of the sexual assault of a young woman, and no one had so much suggested that he lose his security. Whatever grievances people had against us, sex crimes weren't on the list." And she even went on to screenshot this part of Harry's book where he said, "Meg asked me one night, you don't think they'd ever pull our security, do you? Never, not in this climate of hate, and not after what happened to my mother." That was what Prince Harry actually replied to Meghan. Then Harry added, "Also, not in the wake of my uncle Andrew. He was embroiled in a shameful scandal, accused of the sexual assault of a young woman, and no one had so as much suggested that he lose his security. Whatever grievances people had against us, sex crimes weren't on the list." So Prince Harry and Meghan, actually Prince Harry never thought that his father was going to pull his security because he saw his uncle who was embroiled in this very ugly scandal, yet he had not lost his security. So Prince Harry actually thought, no, of course they aren't going to pull my security and that of my wife. But guess what? It seems like marrying a black person or a biracial person is actually worse than committing the crimes that Prince Andrew has. And it's so shameful. It's actually so shameful. And this post by Ellie Hall has actually gotten 540,000 views on X. That is a lot of views. And the comments, of course, are of people just wondering how the royal family continues to protect Prince Andrew while throwing Harry and Meghan to the wolves or treating them the way they have. Because even to this day, Prince Harry is still fighting for that security that is of him and Meghan and their kids in court. While Prince Andrew, who's been accused of the worst things, including actually murder, is still roaming free. It's shameful. So let me read you a couple of comments. For example, someone actually said, "It's so sad to see a father and son could be so nasty and cruel to their own son/younger brother. Utterly shameful." Yes, it is shameful the way that this family actually treated Prince Harry. And then someone else was like, "It's unfortunate that Harry had to learn the hard way how his family is." Right? And then someone else, William and Kate and others, felt skin color was the worst crime. Exactly. These people actually thought that Meghan was the worst of the worst because she was biracial, but they never thought what Andrew had actually done was bad. How shameful is that? And then someone else was like, weird how it turns out a lot of the stuff he said is true. Wonder why the press hated him. Right? People are now realizing that Harry actually said the truth. And all of this hate from the media and, well, the trolls is because the media or the royal family waged this smear campaign against Prince Harry and his wife because they didn't want people to believe them. They wanted people to think they were paranoid or they were just crazy or they were trying to defame their own family, when in real sense they were actually telling the truth. And honestly, I think slowly by slowly, even the people who hate Prince Harry and Meghan or who actually don't have a lot of information on them are going to realize that the media has been lying all along. And trust me, that day is coming very, very soon. And the UK media commenting on this, so even the Express actually wrote an article on this, and this was the headline saying, Prince Harry's savage takedown of Andrew as Epstein files scandal rages on, adding that Prince Harry has not publicly commented on his uncle Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's latest scandal, but he has made his feelings on his disgraced uncle clear. And they went on to mention the part where Prince Harry mentioned the whole thing in spare, well, just quoting the exact same paragraph that Ellie Hall had posted. And I also think the more they talk about this, the more these revelations come, or the more people dig into Harry's book, quoting what he said, it just becomes very clear that this entire thing wasn't about what Harry and Meghan did. Rather, it was about who Meghan was. That is a biracial woman who married Prince Harry, and that is the reason why the Sussexes were treated the way they were. And then in another part of this article, they try to bring in Prince William, saying how Prince William, Harry's estranged brother, is also understood to want nothing to do with Andrew and is thought to have been among those urging King Charles to strip Andrew of his royal titles, a decision that was made just months ago. Well, at least I know one person who's been very clear on their thoughts concerning Prince Andrew has been Prince Harry. Prince William, on this other hand, seemed to me like he was very comfortable, even rubbing shoulders with Prince Andrew, saying that he preferred him as neighbor over Prince Harry. So now him trying to distance himself because Prince Harry has always been on the side of not wanting anything to do with Prince Andrew is actually funny. But yeah, it is what it is. But I'm just glad that the truth is actually coming out, even if it's not the entire thing. But at least slowly by slowly, people are starting to realize that Prince Harry and Meghan were actually telling the truth from the very beginning. So yeah, I wonder what you all think about this. So kindly let me know your thoughts. Then I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.